Where am I from?
I always got my notes in front of me. That's important. I learned that from watching a lot of newscasters.
Question: why is your puff pink?
My wife.
No, I mean,
It says Jersey girl on the plates. It says I got a little bedazzled everything. Wait till we go outside. You see.
All right.
I mean, I like that. That's how it should be. My man's car.
Somebody said this was feminine. That's my wife right there. I love it.
All right. Mike's a hot. All right. 5. In the know with Joe. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Main camera.
What's going on? Welcome to another wonderful episode of In the Know with Joe. I'm your host, Joe, J-Viz, a.k.a. Chef Joe. Yeah, because this is the first time I shouted that out on my show. Let me just tell you, this is an important episode because we're live, baby. That's right. This is our first live episode, and I usually let my guests introduce themselves, but today I can't because this girl has a list. I wrote it down right here. All right, we're gonna start with Forever Dope Management, Publishing Administrator, Media Production Manager, Managing Director. Then we have Ebony Incorporated, a public relationship company, CEO and PR, so she does it all there. And now you work with You Do TV, and you're the Publishing Administrator there? That's where you were the publishing?
No, I'm a publishing administrator with Forever Dope Management. I'm an A&R.
A&R, there you go.
And now a content partner with You Do TV.
YouTube TV. And
that's quite a list.
And she's a partner with here at J-Viz Productions. That's right, baby.
You missed model and act. Sorry.
Model and act. That's very important. So I appreciate you being here, Ebony. I appreciate you being a part of my first live episode.
I didn't know it was the first live. That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
But, pressure.
You from up north like me, so we're used to pressure.
You know?
And pressure's nothing for us, you know what I mean?
Pressure bust pipe.
So that I usually don't start off with a question, but my question is, when do you sleep?
Oh, that's a very good question.
When do you sleep? Because look at this list.
I generally try to close my eyes around 1 a.m. and 4 a.m.
I noticed you be up early.
Yeah.
Because you be hitting that. You back in the gym again. I see it.
Up early
she be in the gym and then she does her walks. And then she hits the gym. And I be watching because she know I show love all the time. You know what I mean? Tell the people where you from. We from up north. But
I'm from the Boogie Down Bronx.
The Bronx?
Yes.
From the Bronx, baby.
All day, every day, no matter where I'm at, I'm from the Bronx.
I say it all the time. Bronx and I mean New York and New Jersey. Same up north, but different places because you guys is a concrete jungle for real.
Of course.
You're from New York. You can live anywhere in the world if you can survive there. And Ebony is 100% a survivor.
Oh, yes. I actually stayed in New Jersey for a little while.
Oh, for
I lived
what?
in East Orange. I lived in Newark.
Okay, so you was
South
in
Orange.
Essex County.
Yes.
You wasn't playing no games. She said, listen, I'm not. Listen, she said, I'm going right into the hood. Damn, I didn't know that. Yeah. How long were you in New Jersey?
Oh, I was out there for maybe 3-4 years.
I did see on your profile, because you know I was creeping, because I got to do my due diligence as a journalist.
Fine.
I did see Jamaica in there. Did you live in Jamaica, or that was just a vacation?
No.
Okay, so you got to fix your Facebook profile. It says Jamaica in there 2013. Was that a vacation?
Jamaica Queens.
Oh.
Yeah, no, that was Jamaica
She
Queens.
was in Jamaica, baby. Jamaica Queens. Hey, it's still Jamaica, because...
I'm like, when am I going to Jamaica? Hold on. Please send me, manifest.
So you're from New York. What brought you to ATL?
So I have always had big dreams. One of my biggest dreams before I even thought about coming to Atlanta was, as a little girl, I wanted to have a job where I can walk through the office and wear heels. That was just my goal. And I made it to that goal. I became a billing coordinator for a company called Cody. And I was in corporate America for about 18 years.
Ouch.
Yes.
That talent is hiding away behind a cubicle.
Yes. But I learned a lot. I used that as kind of like my school of the hard knocks, maybe.
You got to.
And I just absorbed all of that information. And I personally, I guess in my life, felt like I was capped where I was. I probably could have done more where I was, but I just felt like I wanted to see the world. I didn't have any kids. And I just took a risk. So
you felt like you hit the ceiling?
It felt like I did everything in New York at that moment. And I was only, 30, 31? Yeah.
That means you was moving.
I was moving. I had a job at 14.
We talking about New York.
Cars, yeah.
They say you can go to every restaurant in New York and you'll never be able to do it twice in your whole lifetime?
You won't. Because
just Queens alone.
The thing about that,
Queens alone.
I don't really Queens is a whole nother
That's
animal.
a whole nother world.
That is an animal that I don't even bother to tackle. With the streets, road loops of the same name, I don't even bother with Queens. But shout out to y'all.
Shout out to Queens, baby.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all, the real MVP.
So how long you been in Atlanta now?
I've been here, so it's 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. About 5 years. Going on 5 years.
Like
September will make it 5 years. I love it.
Do you like, so I ask a lot of people this too, like, do you like living here? Do you like the business aspect, or do you like both? Because you live in the gut. You live live downtown.
In the heart. And that's exactly what I was
that's
going
what I'm
to
saying.
say.
That's home for you. Because I see, you know what I'm saying, the way you move in New York is the way you move out here.
Yeah.
And I say that a lot. If people live where you live, that's like home.
That's how, when I was up there, I was on the train, moving and shaking. I was getting Uber and do what I have to do. And that's exactly, I took my New York mindset and just plopped it right here.
And it's working.
It's working.
Yeah,
That's why I love it. I absolutely love it because everything is accessible where I'm at. And everything else is like 15, 20 minutes out if I need to get there. I'm able to experience a lot in the city just being down here. And I'm by myself, so it's actually the perfect place for me to be just kind of in the middle of everything. Plus, my heart brought me here. Like, I've always wanted to come to Atlanta, even since I was younger.
That's
I wanted
crazy.
to go to Clark Atlanta at one point.
Oh.
And my mom was like, nah, that's a party school. You just...
What school did you go to? Did you go to school? I didn't go to school, so listen. You see where we at now.
No. So let me tell you.
She said, no, I went to school.
I've always been a pioneer, right? And even if it was for the, like, can I curse? No.
Of course you can.
Even if it was for the fucked up things, right? So I ended up making an executive decision as a teenager. At 18, I decided I was going to drop out. Not for any reasons like I got pregnant or anything like that.
Gotcha.
I was told by my school that my 9th grade records were lost and that I would have to repeat the 9th grade.
Oh, it's a wrap.
I was like,
So I'm not coming back. And
that's not really on my schedule.
I'm supposed to be on my road to richness. Like, what you?
So I did some research at 18,
said,
and I was
take
like,
ninth
so
grade
how
again.
do I get into college without having to do all of that? And the GED was something that came up. I was like, I know everything. I went, took the test, passed it, went to all my friends' graduation.
Boom.
And then everybody else had to repeat that decided they were going to repeat, and got myself into college. But
Wait. What you saying is you're not the only person that had to deal with the...
no,
Are
it
you
was a
kidding
lot
me?
of us.
Are you
The whole
So
ninth-
people actually did a whole 9th grade year again?
Yes.
I'm not doing that.
I did not.
Sorry.
I did not. I went straight into college. But the beginning of that was really bumpy. I'll go there because I'm not hurt anymore. Like, I've healed.
I see it.
I see it. So, no, I got kicked out at 19. So, I was on my own early. And had to figure out life. So, and I made another executive decision, got married, so I could go to school.
Wait, hold on. Let's backtrack a little bit. Hold on. Because, a very important part of my show is, In the Know with Joe, I like to educate people on, especially young black women, young black men, Latinos, we're Tainos, we're all black, we're all the same, of the struggle, like how you could be where you're at now and went through something serious. You know what I mean? Like, people don't realize, that's why I say it's a concrete jungle for real. Like, if you could survive there, you could survive anywhere in the world. Because now you can go anywhere.
I mean, I'm
Ain't nothing to you no more.
But it was not easy.
Oh, I know that.
It's easy to say now because it's all wrapped
Because it's
up
gone.
and it's
It's
years
done.
ago. But in the moment
in the-
at
oh,
19,
yeah. Oh, it gotta be-
I'm on my own. And don't get me
makes
wrong, I figured it out. I ended up getting my first apartment at 20.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah, like
see
about
what I mean?
20,
Yeah,
21.
there's definitely struggle involved, but
Yeah.
there was definitely a brighter side.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
yes,
The
definitely.
struggle definitely molded you to where you're at now because you're
It
definitely
did.
a very strong, powerful woman. So
Thank you.
that is important. And you can, it's just, like I told you, it's a vibe thing.
Yes.
It's in your presence. When you walk into a room, you know what I'm saying? People know you're there.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And that goes to my next question. How did you get into management? How did you get into public relations? How did you get into that aspect? Was that an ATL thing? Was that a New York thing?
Interesting. So you mentioned Ebony Inc. of Public Relations.
Whoop, whoop.
That
Is that still something?
That is still something. It has been more secondary because I've been trying to get Forever Dope off the ground. And the reason for that was, as a business owner, you have to know when it's time to move. You have to know when it's time to shift. You have to know when it's time to put all your energy somewhere else. And you have to know when it's time to remove your energy.
It's hard.
And so realizing that Ebony Inc., I don't know if you've seen the logo, the NY is red. That's for a reason because I'm from New York. That was more professional. That company is strictly professional. coming out here to Atlanta and creating Forever Dope Management. So Forever Dope Management was created in 2018, January. The reason why I started that is because I realized that my professionalism was stagnating me in this independent industry out here, right? So it was kind of turning off certain people who I wanted to help, who I wanted to service. And so Forever Dope Management came up, and it's funny, that's not the original logo. The original logo is a cassette tape. It's so ugly, and it's spelled wrong. Yes.
The original spelled wrong.
And nobody told me until like I made it.
We don't have that picture.
Yo, you heard it live right here. The original Forever Dope Management was messed up, made by the CEO and creator. So there's no one to blame.
Nobody.
The blame goes to no one.
I messed that up, and for months, people was just rocking with it. And one part, I forget who it was, they pointed out, they were like, you know, your logo is spelled wrong.
It was like, yo, did you do that on purpose? Because you know how people be doing, like, you know what I mean, like throwing X's or, you know. Did you do it on purpose? She was like, no.
I totally messed that one up, but it's good.
And then the next day it was changed.
The next day I had a whole new logo, like new design, everything spelled correctly. And but this time I actually put some effort into it. Well, the first time I put effort into it because I wanted to represent hip hop, and that's what I represent. I just have a love for hip hop. You might as well just call me a hip hop.
Let me mark off that question.
I just eat, breathe, sleep. Like hip hop is everything.
I noticed that about you when I mentioned that, because the first event I did with you was hip hop, and I mean, I love hip hop. I love the hip hop you love though. I tell Jaws of Life when I interview him, like I like that storytelling. I like there to be some meaning behind your hip hop. I don't care that you having overdoses in the trap in the club. If you talking about the trap, give me a story about it.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? If you talking about the club, give me a story. I want to know why you was in that club. What happened afterwards?
Feel what you're feeling.
Yes.
And that can go from any range of music. Like just before I came here, I was listening to like Future back to back. Like fuck up some comments.
I was in Dave East. I had Dave East on.
I love it. Like, no matter what the song is, and I know my neighbor is probably like done with me, but like my range of music just gonna be all over the place. But it's specific. Like it depends on how I'm feeling. So if I'm feeling like I'm in love, you're gonna hear a bunch of love songs. If I'm feeling like I want to party, you're gonna hear a bunch of party music going on.
So you do go into the R&B.
Oh yeah, I listen to everything.
Because I ain't gonna lie, live on the press, I listen to Jill Scott. I listen to Erykah Badu. Like,
I listen to everybody.
I just watched this new thing. I think it was Blackish. And the son and the father, they were both listening to Beyonce dancing with the headphones. Everybody trying to keep it a secret. But I asked my wife one day, I said, yo, is it cool that men listen to Beyonce? She was like, hell yeah. I was like, facts, baby. I'm going to keep listening to B, you know what I mean?
I don't think it should be any limit on what you listen to because music is so universal. And each artist, that's why I love hip-hop so much, because each artist, when they are a real artist, each artist puts themselves in there. Like, I guess to me, it's their genuine self, their truest self. No matter how it comes out, nobody can tell them what to say. It just comes out. Like, that's also why I love ciphers. I love freestyles. I love when it comes off the top. Like,
your banana man. That I didn't even know what he was saying. I was so hyped in front of that stage. The banana. I was like, yo, my man got me like I was with the camera, like, yo, he had me all over.
And you know what's crazy about Stay?
And that was a great vibe, yo.
It's crazy about Stay.
He always show love too on IG all the time.
Yo, let me.
He show love on our post ASAP. I was like, I like that dude. He was like lit. I'm like, you gonna be there?
Stay Smooth. Shout out to Stay Smooth.
Shout out to Stay Smooth.
Gonna see this. If not, I'm gonna send it to him. But shout out to him. I gotta say this about Stay Smooth. So I started Ebony Inc. back in 2014-ish, 2015. Stay Smooth, all the way from Virginia. We never met until that weekend.
Oh, for real?
That was the very first time that we met.
The first I did with you, I didn't even know.
A lot of firsts, and I love it. But way back in 2014, he was one of the very first, if not the only person that took my company seriously to want to work with me. Like, he brought not only himself, he brought Lady V, that's his cousin. He brought a whole other team in VA that I worked with for a little while, and still family. That's why I say, like, my VA family, because he literally made me family in his city and beyond. Like,
he took it. Listen. He took it. Everybody at the Royal Peacock that night.
Love.
He was like, "What you drinking? What you drinking? I got Corona. I don't even drink it like that. I get Corona." He insisted. I was like, "Yo, that's the type of people you want to be around because
I love
the energy.
The energy.
It's like the money doesn't matter because he knows that he's getting that back in love. He's gonna get that back tenfold because it doesn't matter if nobody knows what you're saying. Your energy is so dope.
And that was the funny thing. The Bananas song. So that one that they did was the remix, and that was actually the remix of a remix.
Okay.
But the original Bananas, that was the very first song that he brought to me that we worked on. So I helped him get that registered and help him. So that's where all that publishing administrating comes from. So I do all that back end, behind the scenes.
Okay.
Don't nobody want to do that registration part. Yeah. Which any artists that are paying attention to this, if you make music, boom.
That one right there.
If you make music and you are not registering your music,
yes, tell them, sis.
BASCAP, EMI, Sound Exchange, or any of the other administrative publishing companies or publishing organizations that go out and get your royalties, then you need to either go do the research yourself and figure out how to do it, or you need to contact somebody like myself.
Definitely.
So book a consultation and I'll help you figure that stuff out. But you'll be surprised how many artists are dropping music like bam, bam,
and they're
bam,
not getting paid for it.
And they're not getting paid for it. And they're okay with that.
Yeah, and that's crazy because
I'm not okay with that.
Atlanta's a good. I know you're not.
And I'm not gonna.
I know that about you.
I'm not okay.
Listen,
with
there's no point if you're not growing. This is the point of building. If you're not taking the steps to build and putting the foundation together, then it's gonna collapse like Jenga. So there's no point. Like people don't understand that. I'm so glad you said it because I've met people who regular artists and I'm like, yo, I'm registered. I'm like, that's what's up, dog. Like, for years, man, I've been getting money off this one song for years, and I'm like, that's smart.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
like,
that's
easy. Ownership,
so
man. That makes you,
It's so funny. Like, there was one producer that I met. As a matter of fact, it's so weird how I met him because I have a client that's locked up. He's been locked up for a while. It gets out next year. Shout out to you, Cody.
Oh, Cody, we about to go big, Cody.
Oh yes. Cody got some heat.
Yeah?
Cody got some heat. Cody
Look, give us another year
Cody
too.
Is a white boy that sounds like Lil Wayne.
Oh, it's a rap.
Old Wayne.
It's a rap. Oh,
so
the
best Wayne. So yes, I can't wait for him. We've been love him very much. But anyway, we're
gonna put that on ice.
Yes, that's on ice. He was getting beats while he was in jail, and he was like, "Yo, Eb, I need for you to find this producer." Like he fell in love with a beat, and he sent me on this wild goose chase to find this daggone producer. And I found him. Can't remember his name, but
you found him.
I found him. That's what I do. I find stuff.
she finds people.
When I found
That's
him,
dope.
And we got to talking, and he explained to me that he had made beats years ago, decided to throw 100 of them together, just put them out, register and put them out. And that's how the guy in jail found him, from one of the ones that he had put out from years ago. He was still eating off of that project, and that's how I found him. And he's just, because as they're playing the song in jail to write to it, it's streaming. So he's making money off the stream. Exactly.
That's amazing.
So I just dropped a gem. That one was free.
That one's free. There's no more freebies here. Facts. There's no more freebies here. We don't do nothing free on In the Know with Joe.
But that's why I started. That's not why I started Forever Dope Management. So Forever Dope Management started because I saw a need for artists who were out here and didn't really know how to put their stuff together. So I work with artists on pulling together their singles, their mixtapes, their albums, launch parties, things like that. So helping them from beginning to actually getting it off the ground instead of it just being talk. Where the publishing administrating came from was we would finish these projects or these singles, and I'm like, okay, well, it's done. What do where y'all going with it? And it's like, I'm going to release it on Facebook, or I'm going to put it on Instagram, or I'm going to put it on YouTube. And it's like, okay, but you're not making any money off of it.
Like,
they're just liking it.
What's the point, man? Come on, man. Like,
so that's where the publishing administrative aspect of my company came from. Is like, okay, well, since you guys aren't going to do it, I'll do it for you.
This is a little side note. I've been saying dope for a long time. So as you hear me saying dope, watch my other episodes. You hear me saying dope all the time. That's why it's like a match made in heaven, because I say dope all the time. This goes to my next question. The most important question for me about Forever Dope Management. What does dope mean to you?
So, dope is an acronym. At first, it didn't start off as an acronym.
Okay.
The acronym came when I wanted to create some more proprietary things from what it was I was doing. I feel like it could be a movement, so I gave it more definition, right? Down with dope, I'm dope, dope chocolate. So I had to give it something.
You do dope on everything.
And so I came up with deserving opulence, prosperity, and enlightenment.
Nice.
And what that means to me is that Down with dope and me being dope chocolate, I feel like I deserve opulence, prosperity, and to always be enlightened, to always know what's going on around me, to have clarity. And so I want to give that off, and I do give that off in the things that I do. For example, OriFest. I'm educating people about different terminologies. I'm bringing together health and mental awareness. I'm bringing light to that. Pulling together sponsors and organizations that can help spread that message even further. Plus, it's in alignment with the performer that's performing. She's a conscious rapper. So that's the way I want to keep people enlightened and also bring them like towards the luxurious things that they want by way of the information and how I push it out.
Let's touch on OriFest.
Yes.
Tell the people the date. Tell them what's going
8th,
down.
2021.
Tell them who's a production company. J-Viz Production, baby. TOV Digital. We're going to be in the house all day, baby.
I was going to tell y'all, but
nah, you know, I don't waste no time. You know, I don't waste no time to do the ad-lib. So tell the people about OriFest. You gave them a little gist of it, but
I did. I'm sorry. Let's backtrack a little bit.
You good.
No, so okay. The funny thing about OriFest is that OriFest was concepted probably about a year or two ago.
Oh.
In my mind, okay. I wanted to I could show you the email, not the email, the spreadsheet that I created in Google Drive.
So my question to you, this is your idea?
So, a little bit. So okay. It's 50-50.
Okay.
Just fast forward a couple of years, months and stuff. A friend of mine introduces me to, who is now my client, this gentleman. And we have one conversation. He told me about an event that he wanted to put together. He said he wanted to do an art event for Mother's Day. Nice. And so after that one conversation, I went home and I sat and I thought, and I was like, duh, why don't I just bring my event and merge it with this event? It's everything that I wanted to do, except now I have a platform to do it on. And that's literally all I was missing before. So the whole event was already outlined, everything that I needed, everything that I wanted, the way I wanted it to feel and look. And it's just like the same thing with my launch party. Things just start to fall in place again.
Forever dope weekend.
A forever dope weekend if you wasn't there.
If you wasn't there, I'm sorry, because it was dope.
Got these memories like
yes,
we do.
Yes. Video coming out soon. Woo!
I can't wait.
Yes.
But yeah, that's what it is.
You ready for that one? That's gonna be a big one. I'm excited about that event. That's gonna be lit.
Ciroc is performing. I'm sorry, I should have said that. Ciroc is performing. Yeah, like she's a lyrical, a conscious rapper. Yeah.
One thing I know about you is you don't bring just anybody to the show. Like you
and
definitely have to get screened. When you rocking with Forever Dope Management, when you rocking with J-Viz Production, TOV, we definitely screen people because to us everything's important to be on a triple A plus. I don't want to do anything mediocre anymore, honestly. And that's because that's the only way you grow. You know what I mean? I didn't leave the areas I left to become the same person I was. I'm trying to be bigger.
A fact.
You see what we doing here? Aqua Hydrate on the table. We branding.
Okay.
We got your cars up here. Like that's important for us. Like the number one thing to me, and I say it all the time, is branding. You know how important that is. One thing we talk about all the time is branding.
And that is not only is that important, but that's also what now Forever Dope Management does is brand activation. So I've taken the concept of what I was doing with Ebony Inc. PR. So that's why it doesn't go anywhere. PR is the consultations. But the ideas that I was giving out in those consultations, I'm now able to bring them to life in brand activating. So creating brand activating strategies has been something that I didn't think that I would be getting into, but I've fallen in love with it a little bit, I guess.
They say you gotta try different things in life. You'll find something.
And everything else wasn't working, I guess. And I don't like slow. I don't like moving slow.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah.
We don't move slow around here at all. Like
brand activating is fast.
I mean,
get that done in 30 days.
That's why we do so good out here in the South as well, is because we move fast. Like we get things done.
Yeah.
You give us a little time, we're gonna get it done. We're gonna figure it out. We'll do a parking lot if we have to.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we get it done.
Okay.
I wanna talk about something that is new.
Yes.
I think is very dope. You do TV. Let's talk about it. What's your affiliation? You're A&R now.
Yes.
Talk about it. Because I seen that dope show y'all working on. It's pretty cool with the kid.
Yes.
That's fire.
There's a couple of different shows that we're working on I'm really excited about. So that's another
Shout out
thing.
to You Do TV.
Shout out You Do TV. For giving people like myself opportunities. Honestly, I didn't think that I would be on this side of production. You know,
Platform.
I'm becoming a platform, which is
good.
amazing because that's why I started doing what it is that I'm doing.
So it's happening.
It is.
Yeah.
I recognize
We're doing it, Ebony.
I reckon, and this stems back from my corporate days. My last couple of months in corporate America, I started to see that I was giving ideas for change and ways to make things better by connecting the company that has the money with the areas that need the money and need the resources. And a lot of the times my ideas were shut down. And it was discouraging. And so that's really why I started this in the beginning, because I wanted to be able to make my own decisions. And now I give my ideas and people love them. And they not only work for, because my ideas are not selfish. They're always for everybody else.
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely.
Like, I might as well just stay home because this is for everybody else. Yeah. But it feels so good to be received now. And that's what keeps me going.
I mean, just the weekend we had, just for an example on how you share the love, you had artists in there. They were able to go in there and do a music video. We was all showing love to each other. We did you know what I'm saying? That's just night one. And then next day with the media event was dope, you know what I'm saying? That was fly. You know what I'm saying? Night Owl, shout out to post-production.
Yes, shout out Night Owl.
We definitely got to link up. That location is fire.
I love it.
And just to have all the artists to be able to come in and interview and enjoy some Aquano Imperial, and you know, everybody was just kicking it back. Yes. And then we transitioned into the concert. That was lit.
Honestly, I just got to be honest. I enjoyed my show.
Oh, it was dope.
It was good to me. I loved every minute of it. I was able to get on stage. Like, people don't understand the abilities that I get just because of what it is that I do. Yeah. I'm still a fan. Like, I still am in the audience.
No, you can see that.
Enjoying it.
No, definitely. Even from the first show we did together, you know all their lyrics. Like, it's not regular when you're doing a show and then you know their lyrics. Like, that's a client at the end of the day. So, but when you enjoy hip hop, you enjoy hip hop, and that's why you do so good at what you do, is because you love what you do.
Right into the crowd in front. Yeah,
like, it was lit. We had the Zoom going for the people up, you know, all your people on there, and then we had. It doesn't matter if there was 5 people in there, 5,000 people in there. We made it a party. And then old girl didn't show up until the end, but I ain't gonna lie, her performance was lit too. She had a whole squad, and they was showing love to the artists, and that's what I like.
That's what
that was lit, and it was a great visual because they all had that neon green stuff on it, so it was dope. Yes. And then we didn't even get into the fashion show. Now the fashion, that's what I'm saying. So when it comes to the fashion show, to me, it was amazing because
he was amazing. Let me tell you, before he gets into whatever he about to say, I was at the brink, if not tears were already rolling down my face. When I tell you, Joe supported me the whole time. Like, you want me to kick this door down?
For real.
From, are you okay to, are we kicking this door down? And every emotion in between.
We was looking at parking lots. And we're not going to talk about the situation because we don't give no love to this location.
Nah.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I was at the E-Complex this weekend, and it's great because today is 420, so we know it's a live episode. So I was at the event this weekend. I got the information for the E-Complex to the owner. Oh. It's a dope location. Oh. It has 2 white walls on it. It's definitely a runway in there. So we moving on to the next. I showed him the video. He was like, "That location is nice. Where's it?" I said, "I would never tell you that because we was outside for D. How long we was out there for, man?
Yo, look, we
it was almost 3 hours.
Everybody, not for nothing. In the beginning, we show love to everybody,
and
we're all on that level. But as soon as you cross that line,
it's over.
Like, it's dead.
It's over.
I mean, like, dead.
So we had Empanada Joe's in the house. We had Aquano Imperial in the house, and everybody was loving everything. I appreciate the love and the feedback from everybody on the food. It was definitely lit.
The after feedback on your empanadas. Yeah. The girls in the Bronx are like, "Yo, I need more."
You see, I got on there live, and my bad, because I know y'all fasting, and I didn't mean to come on there under the wrong Instagram. I was just trying to show some love, but then I realized, damn, did I just come on this motherfucker when they fasting?
Yes, you
did. Like, come on, with the whole mascot. Shout out to David with the idea on mascot. He wants to make Empanada Jones a mascot.
I would love that.
So that's David's idea. He said, let's make it to a mascot. Yes. So at the events, you know what I'm saying, Empanada Joe running around. I think it's fire.
Oh man, I love that idea.
So that's definitely coming into works. But
I love empanada. Oh, and we got something very special coming from Empanada Joe's too.
Boom. Oh yes, and we definitely gonna talk about your dessert. Not in this episode, but the next one because we haven't figured it out completely. But it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be a dope dessert. Oh, that's what we call it, a dope dessert. Yeah, and like I was saying about the event too, the designer. The outfits, everything was...
Rich Millionaire Clothing. Yes. Shout out to them. Shout out to Hemp.Clothing and shout out to Poppy Lavelle. The dope thing about that fashion show, which I didn't even make myself, is that all my guys, all the designers were men. Yes. Every last one of them were men.
That's what I loved about it.
And all my artists were female.
Yeah, that was dope.
Like, it was so dope how that happened. And they did their thing. Before, like, we literally only had a few minutes to.
And look how in the professionalism, the professionalism of everybody's walk, everybody did good for just to throw it together. Because these guys literally just came in the door and were like, "Yo, y'all already in gear?
Yeah,
y'all walking." They were like, "All right, we with it."
Yep, and we did like 2 or 3 walkthroughs. And I told them, I said, "Look, when you get down there, just do something to be you." I think. Honestly, some people put too much pressure on certain things. I'm more of that person that comes in and be like, look, you're good. Yeah, like, it's good. Just be you.
But that's what I loved about the event because people don't realize.
Yes, Tia.
That's my wife. Shout out to Love Berry, my wife.
She is another one, a powerhouse. She modeled.
That's my
thing. She took orders.
And my thing is that nobody realizes that everybody that's walking, it had to do something, a different part of something. And it was like the 3 guys were actually just showing love to the designer, and you guys. I mean, this is the event coordinator. This is the boss right here. She's walking. That's how we finished off. And shout out to TOV Digital Media for all the editing he did behind the scenes because this video is fire. I mean, definitely shout out to Dave because we don't do anything out here without D. So that's the Wizard of Oz. I'm in the front, he's in the back, and I make that very clear all the time.
I'm about to be on the side of them both.
hey, there's space everywhere. We just want to be a part of what you got going on. Let's talk about.
Pause.
Let me put an up north pause on that. I was like, pause, because we live right now. Yo, he got me because we live right now. So I'm like, what you mean pause, D? And D just put a pause on that. Let's talk about 2021 for you. What besides the Ori Fest, what's you had a launch party. What's the idea? What are we doing? We doing fests. We doing a bunch of stuff. Because I'm ready.
To be
your mind be going all over the place.
I know, and to be 100% honest with you, I would love to be like, you know what, I'm going to do this thing. But the good universe just keeps blessing me with new things through new people. And the universe knows I'm not the type of person to be like, well, I can't do that. So I'm going to try it. And if I like it, we going to go with it.
Shout out to the team, y'all can do this.
Yeah, and eventually my goal, honestly, what my goal is to now build not just teams, but people under me so that when it comes to projects, I can sit down with a group of people. Even though I got the project, I can sit down with a team of people and we can go over how we're going to tackle it.
I was just talking to David about that. I was like, yo, we need to have it to a point where we can, train people. So we can have a team here so me and him can actually be out on these streets and promote. Yes. And we're the face of the brand, you know what I mean? So we need to be promoting. So we have a whole team behind us.
Yes.
It's hard to find loyal people who are willing to be a part of a team because, a lot of people don't know that, in the beginning there is no money.
Right.
But you see where we're at, you know what I mean? We're in a dope office, you know, and sky's the limit.
I think that is what people miss out on. The fact that, and it's something that I said also, is the good universe will provide you with options or with opportunities to help you fulfill what it is that you're trying to get through. Check what I said in the beginning. Ori Fest was just an idea that I had, and I just wrote it down and had it saved in my computer. I never knew when it was going to happen. And literally on that post or in that document, it says May 2021. And that was 2 years ago.
So you already knew what you was doing.
And so this manifesting thing, it works. I have been on this journey to mastering how to manifest for a long time. It's not easy. It's not something that you wake up.
I try to be as positive. No, but I got that. Listen, when I first met you, just the crystals and everything, your whole vibe, I'm telling you, like, I knew you were very spiritual and I knew you was on that positive vibe. I do that all the time. Like, you know, shout out to my wife, but she be saying some negative shit all the time. I'm like, babe, but you put that shit out in the universe, it will come right back to you.
It does.
I said, just try to say positive things. Like, we're gonna win that money, or if I do the scratch off, I'm losing. You're already losing. Like, I know it's not gonna change magically behind it, but mentally you're already losing. Like,
it does.
Just setting yourself up for failure.
And really, all it is, it's not even just like we have to also put on top of that. Yes, it's what you're saying, but it's more so it's coming from what you believe, and that's what's bringing you what you
put a different
get.
view on that for me,
because you can say whatever, words are words, but it's the belief behind it is what's really driving what you're saying
to do the work,
right? Yeah. So if you feel like, oh, it's hard, it's not happening, then you're gonna continue to experience hardship. And it's going to continue to move slow. And it's going to, you know, you still want something, so your desire is still going to be there. And you're still going to get there. But you're making it harder by thinking it's not going to happen. Even if you have to, like, trick yourself. And look, 100% attest to it. I plucked my nephew one time. Oh, it finally works now. I plucked my nephew one time, and I shouldn't have. It didn't even connect. I don't know if you saw the Instagram back when I put it up. But for months, even still now, it was messed up. I should not have plucked that little boy.
So your hair was messed up?
But throughout the whole time, I was telling myself, I'm fine. It's fine. It's going to get better. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It hurt like hell. Like it was sprained or whatever the hell it was. But I was fine. I had to trick myself. Even sometimes when it locked up, I'm like, oh, God, it's fine. It's fine. I'm fine. It's cool.
Good.
And over time, I just realized it's still kind of like a little crickly, but I haven't been paying it no mind. It's been fine. It's fine. So I convinced myself to the point where it's fine.
Just put it right here. I'll put it back in place real quick.
No. You know how many people tell me no.
Everybody
Leave it alone.
Let me just pull your
my
foot.
hematite right here keeps it nice and
good.
straight.
So what do crystals mean to you? Because you do rock them a lot.
I do.
I just got my braces from what's her name? I don't want to be
Empress.
Oh my
Empress Serenity.
So real quick before you talk about your crystals, she picked this at the fashion show. She literally, I went up to her table. I said, "Oh my God, I've been looking for masculine crystals because everybody makes the female ones." Mm-hmm. She was like, "Well, I have these, and then these are unisex." And I looked at it and I found this one with the heart in it, right? And she was like, "Wow." She was like, "This is the one I seen it with my eyes." And then she grabs it. She goes, "This is the one I picked for you." I said, "Whoa." I said, "That's the one I picked with my eyes." And I go, "Hold on. Leave it right here, and I'm having my wife come pick." And my wife came and picked the same one. So all three of us. And I was like, yo, say less.
She picked this one, and it's so perfect. I am.
So what do the crystals and everything mean to you?
So it's been a part of my journey for a long time. Okay. For me, they are symbolic to my growth. Sometimes they change. Sometimes there's one lost. Like, for example, right now, this one I had on at one point, took it off, had on another one, just kind of kept this like under my pillow or something. And then when I felt the energy to put it back on, I put it back on. Okay. This one a friend gave to me, and I just haven't taken it off yet. Usually, when I get crystals, I'll go to the store, and let something call me, and then I'll do the research and find out what it is and why is it calling me. So I never forced my spirituality on me. I just allowed it to just be.
Now, when you say call me, because I know obviously it's not calling you on your cell phone. Is it like when you put your eyes on it, it's like an energy?
It's more so how I can describe it is like I go to the store and probably shouldn't be, but I'm a touchy person, so I like.
I touch everything.
But it's usually like something makes me double back, or it catches my eye, and it can be ugly. Like if I take this out, everyone says it's beautiful. Sorry. Everyone says that this is beautiful. Like, this really attracts people. But if I took it out and really put it in somebody's hand, it's ugly. It's hideous.
She says shit ugly as hell.
But the properties behind it, and that's something also what I love about crystals, is that people see what it is that I'm trying to give off through this without me having to say anything. This crystal is supposed to make me, the me that I am, more prominent. And the first time I had it, I guess I was trying it and it just was too much, so I took it off. But now I'm me, so I feel like me. So this is like, I walk into a room and it's like, oh my God, I love your peace. And people know I'm just like at peace or whatever.
I asked you a side question. Do you like being a loner?
I do. That's a very interesting question. I'm a middle child.
Me too.
So I
Woo,
grew
we got
up
a lot in common.
alone.
They be like, my older brother used to be like, you can't chill with me. And my
Right.
younger brother was,
I didn't want him with me.
Like,
Yeah.
you can't come with you?
Nah.
I'm like, nah, you good, bro.
My
So,
mama
yeah, you
used to
just
make
like
me have to take him.
Why you think I cook so good? I used to hang out with my mom and kitchen, like, yo, let me just learn what you doing. And I start throwing down. Like,
I do. I mean, at first, no, I wouldn't even say at first. I do enjoy being alone. I think being by myself allows me to grow without people's impressions. I'm an Aries, so, I'm going to have that leader. I got to be first in everything anyway, so it's lonely already at the top kind of vibes. I really wear my Aries energy big. Like,
that's
sometimes I'm like, yo, come on.
But that's humble. Like a lot of people can't admit that though. That's very humble because a lot of people can't admit that when you're a boss, you're a boss. And let's just be honest, if you don't own that shit, it's not gonna work.
It doesn't work.
If you come into the room and you got something to say it, because if you don't, it's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
Yeah.
And I used to be like that. That used to be me. I used to be pretending to be a boss.
Yeah.
I'm recently now a boss. Like
I'm the same way. I used to be at regular jobs. I know I'm not the man who owns this building, but I used to act like I was a damn boss.
Yes, very much. I used to come in when I wanted.
This is what you
leave
say.
when I wanted.
I'm the manager here.
You want to report? You're gonna wait till tomorrow.
But you have a district manager. Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
I'm
have
the
them
boss
call
right
me.
now. Yeah, have them email me. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess it was always in us to be bosses. We just had to figure out the way to be bosses.
Yeah. Well,
It's not for everybody.
No.
It's not for a lot of people. Like, there's a small a percentage of people who could be bosses.
And it's okay. Like, it's okay
it has
for
to be
you
that
to
way.
be an employee because, and no shade to
Yeah,
nobody.
definitely,
because we need help.
Definitely.
Like, in all honesty, a leader needs to lead, and there needs to be people
man.
to lead, and there's decisions that needs to be made. Like, I know there's probably 50% of the people that know me probably think I'm an asshole, and I would agree because to
You have that resting bitch face.
Nope, it's all smiles.
Okay, that's
it's all smiles.
My wife thinks she has it, but I'm like, no, you don't, babe.
The bitch comes from, or the asshole rather comes from. I give a fuck, but I don't, and I like you, but I don't. And I love you, but then I don't have to like you at all. Like, you can die, and I wouldn't care.
That's New York, though.
That's New York. That's Aries. That's middle child. Like, I got a lot of strikes against me that make me so cold, but I'm so warm and loving.
Yeah, but we're not going to stop in the middle of the street. Somebody get beat up. Like, I'm not involving myself in that. That's none of my business.
That's not my business.
Because I don't even know what he getting beat up for. He might have done something
me,
wild,
right?
yo. Like, that man might have done something real wild.
Let me find out all the details first before I do anything.
But down here, everybody just be like, yeah, let me help you. I'm like, nah, you just can't. My man with the hood popped up. He might want to get you. You better cut it out.
I used to be like that when I got down here. I brought that down.
Oh, I did.
So because in New York, when
they think we mean, but when
you're mean, you're mean.
Yeah.
When you're nice, you're nice. Even if you have a resting bitch face, like we know
Forever
what it
friends
is.
out there, yeah.
I feel like here, it's hit or miss. Like,
it's very.
I don't really know if you're nice.
And it's because there's a lot of people from everywhere here, though.
I'm gonna be nice first.
This is the new melting pot of everything, so you get a lot of personalities, and it's like you can't trust everybody. I mean, it's just an honest thing. I tend to find people from up north. You know what I'm saying? Like, D's from Philly, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're from New York.
It makes sense.
I'm from Jersey. Like, everybody we rock with, because we know how to deal with each other. I can be in a room with you, and we can really be at an argument, but no, 5 minutes after the argument, we done. You got it off your chest, you good?
Right.
Like, because I know that's necessary to vent. It's necessary. And as long as it's done in a professional way where we're talking about the stuff that's necessary, then we good. But when we're talking about bullshit, I don't want to hear it.
I don't.
And that's the other thing. It gets to the point where, there's certain people we don't talk about anymore. We'll get it off our chest in the beginning, but now it's like, whatever.
Now I don't even.
Because why? You miss opportunity.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It's over.
Yeah.
There's only one way, and that's up.
That's it.
And
you should have caught the wave. And that's why, like I said, some people might think that I'm an asshole because I will cut you off.
So this is our year.
Yeah.
This is the year for us. I believe that this is the year that things will change, and it's time, man. It's time for people to stop shitting and start, making it happen.
Well, honestly, in mine, because we switching our mindset, training, and all that good stuff. So in my world, in my bubble, I say, all the people that come to me are the people that are supposed to be around me. They are part of my tribe.
Woo, woo.
They love me. I love them.
Definitely.
We give, we receive, and we don't treat people like that around here. So so far, it's been working.
That's what's up.
And even if I gotta keep convincing myself, but no, it's working. It's working.
I agree. I really feel
I
that.
love my team. Like, I can take days, because I'm also a human being. So there's times where I shut down and I won't speak and I can't speak and I can't follow up with everything. It's just me. I have people around me that understand that.
Yeah.
That'll be like, you okay, Eb? You all right? Even if they don't hear from me, if I don't post anything, they're like, you okay? Mm-hmm. I'm like, yeah. And I know
but you do the same thing. Like, my cousin recently passed away. You reached out to me and wifey.
Yes.
And girl, I appreciate that because I was sitting down eating with you. Like, look, I'm glad y'all out. Because I was like, babe, tell her to bring her ass over here. So I'm glad y'all chill.
Yeah, because y'all not going to get me to stop working on a Sunday.
But that's the type of people I rock with. Like, I really appreciate that because you don't get that from regular people. Like, people don't give a shit.
Nah,
like,
when I say I love you, I mean it.
Facts. And that's what I said. And my wife was like, yo, that's real. I said, I might not have a lot of friends, but, I meet people through business and it becomes family. And I like that.
Look, that's
we
the
bosses
best
now.
family to have.
And that's my
when we
thing.
Making money together.
That's my thing.
Not?
Like, what you saying? Like, when we can be up there sipping Cristal, whatever we sipping and just, you know what I mean? All that stuff we want to do, we doing it together. Why do it? Exactly. A team is important. You know what I mean? Just the right team.
The right team.
The right team, because it's always, and you're always gonna have some bad apples.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
But I think what's the benefit for us, honestly, in our journey, and for anyone who's watching who feels like they don't have a team around them, just learn, because I think we became amazing people from our hardships.
That's
from
important.
People fucking us over.
That's important.
We're solid.
Yeah, people don't understand
and
that you have to.
Unapologetically.
Yes, you have to learn. If you want to run a food place, you literally have to like work in a food spot one day. Like, you have to learn the ins and outs of the business. You can't just come to something and be like, yo, I just like to take pictures. How you gonna like? But you don't know how to get, how to edit. Yeah, exactly. People gonna start asking you lens sizes. When I first got into it, what I'm saying?
What are your rates?
Yeah, all that stuff. Like, that's a big thing.
That's the main thing.
That's a big thing.
When I ask that question and someone doesn't have the rates, and don't get me wrong, I'm not being judgmental, because there was times when people ask me, well, what are your rates? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's hard.
Let's just work together and I'll show you what I can do. Together, yeah. But it's a part of the learning process. There's no manual. I don't care how many books you buy on how to be a boss or how to be a manager or how to do whatever. You got to do it. You can't just educate yourself through trying to figure it out. You got to be out there. You got to put yourself out there. You have to try things. You have to hear no. You have to have literally 1 million people tell you that your proposals are too expensive.
Facts.
And not give a fuck at the end of the day. Like, I've went up from then. Like, y'all can say what you want about my prices, but the more I learn and the more you wait on wanting to pay me what I was charging, then the price is going to go up, because there's nothing I can do about the education that I've acquired from the last time.
Yeah, look, she schooled me on that.
Okay.
Like, Jay,
okay,
we're going to take it from
all
this.
my people
we're going to take
like,
it from this to that. Just change this and change this. But that's family.
That's how
real
we
too.
have to do it, because there's people that will see you where you are and I've had this happen to me too. People have seen me and they know I'm good and will overlook.
Yeah.
Not want to give me just a little bit of help to get me to the next level. Or people that will want to put me in a financial box where they wanted to put me, where I'm telling them I'm worth something and they handing me a couple of dollars and thinking that I'm going to be okay. Like, I don't have a whole rent bill to pay. Like,
you don't live in regular places.
Right.
Like, what are you talking about?
And even if I did, how dare you? Like,
Facts.
you asking me for
Everybody
all of this
bills.
stuff, and you want to throw me a couple of dollars thinking I'm gonna be okay with that. That's not cool.
Yeah, like,
especially we the same color. You should be trying to look out for me.
That's
if you're
another
getting
thing
it
that
at a
kills me.
discount anyway, why not pay a little bit more so that I can be okay? And that shit set me back, and that's why, like I said, for anybody who feels that they don't have a team, sometimes these things are important for you to go through, because that experience taught me to never undersell myself again. Like, what? Do what for free? Research? No, that costs. It's hourly rates.
Everything.
For me. Every single thing that you want to hit me up for will cost, because like Dave said, we are not sitting at home twiddling our thumbs,
the facts,
waiting for you to send me something to do.
What somebody said sometime, Dave, do you give him a price, and they're like, oh, okay, that's everything. Nah, dog, that's just the footage. Like, you got to get post production. Like,
Thank you.
Like, what do you think? This man gonna be over here like, I take that $700, but no, you getting the raw video if you don't want to pay for the editing. And they're like, damn, but what you think? Like,
I don't know what.
And the industry, and this is not a new industry. That's what kills me. It's like, this is not a new industry. We just do new things in this industry. Like, we master, remote broadcasting and stuff like that. So.
And my thing is, I've learned, because I used to be this type of person, which is why I can say this. People feel like they can do it all. There's reasons why there's people that do production. There's reasons why there's project managers. There's reasons why there's artists. Like, there's a reason why everybody has a title, because you can't do everything. Like, it's funny to me when artists are like, I know you're not registering. You weren't registering your music before you spoke to me, but now all of a sudden you don't want to pay me to do it. You're going to take care of it yourself. Okay. Like, no, you're not. You weren't doing it before, so what makes you think you're going to do the tedious task? It's a tedious task to do. It's not something that's 1, 2, 3.
No, you click a button and
take
a picture of your face. And you got your... but that's the thing. People think it's just getting in front of a microphone. Like, right now, this is a production. Like, this is the mic, but there's a whole production. Like, people don't understand there's a lot before and after.
You sent out questions,
you know how it goes.
Hair,
you know what?
Makeup.
I was determined to do that too. A lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't send you their questions and stuff like that. But I'm never gonna be the person who's gonna ask you something that you don't want to talk about.
Nah, I loved it.
Because it's like, yo, people want to be comfortable in front of the mic. You know what I mean?
Nah, but either way, like, I've really never had an interview where people ask me anything that I didn't want. But I can control the conversation. You wouldn't do that to me, but I definitely can control the conversation. I'd be like, so yeah, anyway.
If I got somebody with some controversy, I mean,
I'm like, okay, next.
Okay, now, I mean, nah, we talking about that. Now that's what we here for.
You know what? I'm ahead. I'll call you later, John.
So what I do at the end of every one of my podcasts, I ask listen, I say it all the time, so I didn't steal this from nobody, but I usually actually leave them with a quote, message, anything positive, and you definitely very, very positive.
Okay.
So, leave the people something. And we live, baby.
Positive. Let's see. I could say a lot of things positive.
Go ahead.
Knowing the role of... Knowing the hold
I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
No, the best advice is going to piggyback off of that. Yes, know when it's time to pack it up and either start something new or start over, or, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to how you feel. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself, is focus on how you feel, not worry about everybody else and how the people around you feel, but you. Because when you're your best self, everybody else around you can be their best. I'm living proof of that.
That is super duper duper dope.
Once I started being my best self, y'all just started coming.
Hey.
Y'all are your best selves. I don't have to teach you anything.
That's
I don't
the
have
best
to
part. Everybody's good at what they do.
Y'all good at what you do.
Yeah.
And so I give that positive message. Like, just be your best self and you'll start to attract the best people around you.
I say dope so much that we definitely belong together as a team. I appreciate you. For real, I appreciate you being on the show today. I really, really do appreciate you. Check out these dope
Anytime.
cards. Like,
everything gotta be dope.
I like that. It has all your info on the back, but I'm not gonna say. You're gonna tell the people where they can follow you.
Yes, I'm gonna read this. No.
Imagine, because I was about to read it too. I'm like, forever dope. 2018 at Gmail.
Well, no, you done said it already. Don't email me.
Don't email.
Send me an email, please.
For real.
Okay, DM me a little bit, okay? Because I don't.
This is 2021, people. We don't email people no more because nobody's checking their emails.
It's too many scams. And
DM.
Stuff. But anyway, blah 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 blah. My Instagram is Forever Dope, spelled exactly the same. MNGMNT.
Management.
Yep. Management.
And
I am a project/production manager. I do creative services, publishing administration. I do events. I would like to say I'm a music curator, but I'll get into that later on. But yeah, I'm everything.
And we're going to be doing a lot of things in the future, so she will be back on the show because every time we got something new coming up, I would definitely like to come out and talk about it, shout it out.
And this camera is definitely black girl friendly. Like,
hey, because D don't play. But y'all make sure, I appreciate you guys watching this. This is our first live episode again. Y'all make sure y'all stay hydrated with Aquano Hydrate. It's very important to stay hydrated on these streets. And listen, why drink the drink and not have the hat? You feel me? So holler at us for all your merchandise. We got the hats. We can get the masks. We get everything. Just holler at us, man.
But these hats?
That's listen. Aquano's not playing, man. They not playing.
And shout out to Aquano for sponsoring my launch party. Everyone, when I say everyone, loved it. Especially me, because I was sipping all weekend.
Yes, I mean it's good.
Love the influence.
Top shelf.
Love.
I would. Definitely.
I'm a bit. So I'm not really.
My last
drinker,
event was a hit.
But the infused joint.
Yeah, I got somebody in my DM talking about. Listen. Let me. And we were just wrapping up, but I have to say this. I got somebody in my DM the other day after the event, right? So she told me at the event, she goes, my husband loves edibles, and he just been doing edibles for the whole year and it's not having no luck with the gummies, right? She goes, so don't tell me I'm gonna buy this lemonade and it's not gonna work. I said, sweetie, I can't guarantee you nothing. But I'm gonna tell you right now that I know who makes it. So I know that's official. Why she DM me the next day talking about her? No, first of all, matter of fact, I posted the pictures of the event and then I thought they were talking shit. She was like, oh, this is the person you have to thank. And then he says back on the thing, okay, I got him. So I'm like, what the hell? So why he DM me talking about, yo, he was like, yo, nothing ever got to me but that drink, that lemonade, dog.
That lemonade.
How can I order more? And it's in my DM. I'm like, yo, stop playing,
But
yo.
y'all gotta have the combo because
Oh, you did?
That's the Forever Dope combo. We gonna label that Forever Dope combo.
Yes.
The empanada, the shrimp empanada.
Yes.
With the what flavor of sauce did you give me? I think it was the chipotle.
It's a chipotle mayo. I make that at home.
Mayo.
I make that at home.
It gotta be the combo though, y'all. And the lemonade.
Yo, that's a dope combo, yo. We about to make a combo deal. We gonna call it the Forever Dope combo.
Sunday,
Ooh,
my
the Forever
Sunday
Dope
was
combo.
lit.
Yes. So that's definitely check out a Quano Hydrate, a Quano Imperial, and Empanada Joe's. You already know I'm the chef, Empanada Joe. Who's hungry, baby?
Bro.
Got the mascot coming soon, and definitely, you already know this is a JVitz production and TOV Digital Media. When I say he don't play, he don't play. I appreciate you guys for watching In the Know with Joe. Make sure you check out, share, like, subscribe. Check out, we'll be on eStream Live Podcast Network on YouTube right now live. So definitely check out all our platforms. And listen, if you need a home for your podcast, holler at us, man. We got space. A little bit, but we got some space because we getting really, really full. So put your ticket in. Don't email me, DM me.
That's gonna be the new thing.
Yes.
Don't email me, DM me.
Yeah, peace. I appreciate you.
Bye.
I like these cards.
That was dope. You can leave some of these here if you want. That was all.